Oh boy, here we go again. One more day left this week. It's been one hell of a week, hasn't it? What a fun week to be trading. Now, we just finished that massive rotation on the hourly time frame. We talked about that last night. Combine that with some clues on the tick charts right now, and it looks like the easier money tomorrow might be some bull traps off the high. We'll talk about that tonight. But you know what? If we play this thing correctly, we might be able to play both sides of this market tomorrow. Sell some bull traps off the high, buy some bear traps off the low. So I'm going to put together the entire roadmap in tonight's video. Don't you worry. Entries, exits. We'll cover some variations in case I'm wrong for tomorrow. By the time we're done tonight, you'll have a roadmap to make some more money on what should be a fantastic Friday morning. So charts are ready. Enough of the intro. As always, thanks for tuning in. Let's go finish up what has been a fantastic week for Friday morning. S&P SPY ready to go tonight. Nasdaq triple Qs are all ready. I've got 3 clues on the charts right now that are tipping me off to where I think the winning trades are waiting for tomorrow. One of those 3 clues, it's right here on the hourly time frame. If you watched last night's video, we talked about ranges and range rotation. What did we say last night? Where's the money made in ranges? It's around the edges. It's around the edges. They tapped the edge low, and now look where we are, up around that edge high. The edges, the money is made around the edges. Got the edges yesterday, and now we're up here around the edges of these big, massive ranges on the hourly time frame. We're definitely still bullish overall, so I definitely do have some buy trades I'm watching, but you'll see in a moment, tick charts are telling us that it'll be time for the sellers to have some fun, at least for a couple hours tomorrow morning. I've got 2 more important clues on some faster time frames, some tick charts, but let's check our schedule for tomorrow. We don't have any major news tomorrow. A bunch of Fed speakers, and nobody cares about Fed speakers right now. These guys are sitting on their behind, not doing anything right now, not cutting rates. Everyone, though, is watching 2 things right now. Tonight, we have some trade data coming out of China. Midnight, 12:30, 1 o'clock Eastern time. The trade numbers right now are going to be center stage. So that's something that may move these markets a lot. Midnight, 12:30, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Keep it in mind overnight. It's a big known unknown right now. We're also hearing rumors out of the White House right now that sometime next couple days, they might cut those tariffs down with China as a goodwill for some trade negotiations. Remember, they're in Switzerland this weekend. So a lot of trade stuff going on right now. The trade data overnight. And you know we're watching headlines right now quite a bit, but I'm not worried about the Fed speakers at all, right? Jay Powell told us he's doing nothing right now, waiting for more information. Now let's dive into our charts here again. I got 2 more important clues here on the tick charts. One clue, of course, is that big, massive range here on the hourly time frame. Now, don't forget, guys, if you're watching for the first time right now, all of these charts are tick charts. Tick charts are better for entry timing. I use the hourly chart for the bigger picture direction, but tick charts make entry timing easier. And by the way, that is the 21 EMA right there. It's the only indicator we need to find time those perfect winning trades each week. There are 3 big clues here on the tick charts right now. Anytime we see a strong move up, a pullback, and a retest. Once we retest that high, do buyers push through the high? We call that acceptance, or do they get rejected off the high? Right now, it looks like they're getting rejection off this high right now. Look at the strength, the separation off that moving average right now. Remember, separation equals strength. We call this rejection in our trade room, in our video classes, and usually, whenever we see rejection off the high like this, the market now wants to rotate and take out that low, by the way, of that beautiful breakout pullback that we talked about in last night's video. So strong pop up, beautiful breakout pullback we talked about last night. They go back and retest the high. Do they keep it going? Obviously not. They get rejected. Now we assume these bears want to take out that low. Now, one big clue below us here. Remember that range? Yeah, that range is still there, and that range below us acts like a magnet. So put all these clues together right now, that big range rotation, that big range in the hourly time frame right now. And again, this rejection off the high, the separation off the moving average, that range below us. This is why I said earlier, it definitely looks like we get some bull traps on our radar tomorrow. But again, I think if we play our cards right, we might get both sides. Let's put this whole game plan together. This range right there. What do we know about ranges? They love to break out pullback. So one of the ways I'd like to find a bull trap is to get this thing running higher, get above that 21 EMA, and use the underbelly of that range. Buyers try once, buyers try twice. I'm looking for a bull trap there. Sell right into those stop losses of those buyers. And then don't forget, after that bull trap works, look for that separation again and add to the winner. So one sequence I love right now is kind of a breakout pullback right off the underbelly of that range right now. It's a 2-try bull trap. And then remember, if we start seeing separation off that moving average, that's your clue now. Lower low in price, above that high, and we're adding to our winner on the way back to that 53, the way back to that 26. All these levels below us now become excellent areas for targets on that bull trap. Bull trap, add on, like I teach in the free trading classes. Now, we may not get that breakout pullback. We may end up grinding down. If we start grinding down, sellers are going to look for shorts above those prior swings. If we're lucky, there'll be a trend line here off that low, off that high. That is a gorgeous short here. And again, what'll happen is it will keep grinding down, right? It'll grind, going lower, mark a trend line off those lows, pin around those highs. And that is a beautiful, what you call a technical bull trap above that high, strong red candle, closing back below that 21 EMA. And again, the goal right now is get back to that 53, leave a runner back to that 26. Here is something that is on my mind for tomorrow. This sequence is on my mind for tomorrow. I love the idea of, as we grind down here, finding that, what we call a popping grind, find that popping grind, short that first test off the high, and then once we retest that low, now anybody who sells up here, they take their profit where? On the retest of that low. We call these retest trades, right? Bears once, bears twice. This is where I believe we can play both sides of this and squeeze those stops back up again. Now, be aware that retest trade, just remember, this may keep on, it may roll all the way back down again, but this is kind of the sequence that is on my mind for tomorrow. If we dive deeper into that sequence, imagine now we grind down. I'm looking for shorts on the bull traps on the way lower, right? Grinding down. Now, how could I buy down here? Is it possible to buy it as it pops up like that? I can, but I have to be very careful. I have to use a pattern called a crown reversal. This is going to be a tricky one here, so be careful this one. As it rolls lower, if I can get bears trying once, now watch closely here, bears trying twice. Remember, on these trades, as we pop up, there's a lot of momentum. It's probably going to roll back over again. I have to make sure on this one is to get underneath that low for that crown reversal. This trade right here is a bit more aggressive. It'll be a half size trade, a quarter size trade, because again, that range below us will want to drag this thing all the way down. But I'll tell you right now, that if we're lucky though, it'll bounce right up. We'll get that nice big channel off that high, trap those bulls in once, twice, and short that sucker back down again from there. I want to cover one more variation of this. Before I dive any deeper though, let's slow down for a second because I know I'm covering a lot right now. If you're watching for the first time right now, this might be a brand new strategy for you, a brand new language I'm talking right now. Don't you worry though, I teach this entire system in my free trading course. In fact, I have a ton of examples of bull traps, breakout pullbacks, crown reversals. I know this stuff's gonna be confusing at first, but don't you worry. I wanna help you guys time better entries with these tools. I'll put a link up top here for you, upper right-hand corner. Grab that link that popped up there and take that free trading course because the strategy I teach In that short video course, we'll teach you a simple trick we use in our members trade room that literally tells us exactly where the winning trades are going to be each day. More importantly, I want to teach you guys my 4 favorite entry setups so you can time better entries, make a lot more consistent profits. Guys, the markets are way too good right now not to be banking consistent profits each day. So if you're still missing the best entries each morning, if you've lost your confidence in your current indicators, your current strategy, hit that link that popped up there. Watch that short trading course. You're going to love all the trade examples I include in that short video series. The best part is it is completely free for you. Keep in mind too, guys, I'm going to put all the important links you'll need to learn this roadmap, learn the entries, time better entries, get more consistency in your trading, get your confidence back in your trading. Guys, most folks, they start making money all on their own, all from that free video course. So pause the video, hit that link down below. I'll put all the important links there for you. You're going to love that free trading course. And also be aware too, I post a ton of charts and videos and mindset stuff on Twitter or X, as they call it these days. If you're on the next platform, give me a follow. Again, all the details you'll need to hopefully learn more and earn a bunch more. I'll link up for you below the video there in the description. Okay, so where did we leave off? I want to pause there for a second and make sure if you're new here for the first time, I know most guys and gals watching right now, you guys know these patterns. You're making money with these already. But if you're here for the first time, now you know where to learn more about the entire strategy. Okay, I talked earlier about the breakout pullback off the underbelly. I talked about kind of the pop and grind down, and my idea here is to use a crown reversal, which again is very specific to a bear trap pattern, a crown reversal to pop it up. And then as we go higher here, right up around these highs up here right now, dropping that sucker back down again, 1, 2, back down to retest that low, and then we'll look and see what happens from there. Do we keep rolling lower? Targets now back here, or do we get one of those retest trades we love so much in our trade room? Do we wind up double bottoming? Again, we're overall bullish, right? It's not a bear market, we're overall bullish. So I like the idea of the retest trade. Bears once, bears twice, and then squeezing the sucker right back up again. That sequence, grinding down, shorten pops as we go, the crown reversal pattern around that 53, the bull trap off the high of that channel, the retest trade off the low of that range. A lot of examples of these, by the way, inside our free trading class. Now, there's one scenario for tomorrow that could really change the entire thing right now, and that is if we go sideways here overnight. If we go sideways overnight, this really changes the entire dynamic of this market now. Because what do ranges like to do? They love to rotate. So in all reality, this would be a pretty easy way to make money for tomorrow. We're overall bullish. If we go into a range overnight, what would happen now if we ran lower here? Remember, this run up, retest, rejection off the high. We now know that low is the objective now. This is where we might get lucky for the buyers here. Bears try once. Bears try twice. Are you smelling what I'm stepping in right now? Slingshot. Bear trap pattern we talk about so much in these videos. Remember, add to that winner as it rotates. Add to that winner. We know we love those add-ons. Add to that winner as it rotates. And then where's the market now want to go? It's going to want to take out the other side of that range. The amount below, the amount above. We take some off. We take some off at the pendulum swing. We take some off at the retest of the high. And I'll tell you right now, if that happens tomorrow, now we have this massive range right here. And I'll tell you, I love the idea of a short back down off of that high. Now, how would I do that? How would I sell off the high? We'll talk about that in a moment here on the Nasdaq. But I do want to go over the one more scenario here now on this range, okay? So remember, if we go range bound overnight, and what if we pop up and go higher? See, now this is where both sides can have some fun with this. As we go back up into that range overhead, remember, anytime we have stacked ranges, we talked about this a lot last night, this range is a magnet, that range becomes a breakout pullback. And so now think about this scenario now. We go sideways overnight, this range now becomes a magnet, it wants to rotate back lower again, we pop up, same breakout pullback off the underbelly of that range, 1, 2, bull trap off the high. Where are we going next? Rotation. Off the high, off the low, bull trap off the high. We run it back down again. Now, in this scenario, one of two things are going to happen. Either we're going to get a bear trap down here, trapping bears once, twice, and rotating back up again, right? That's one scenario. I love that scenario, by the way. Again, think about a big range forming here. Or the second scenario is we're not going to get that, right? We're going to start to grind and separate off that moving average. If that's the case, now find the underbelly of that range, pop it up, breakout pullback off that low, and then we buy that retest trade once again. I realize it's a bit more complicated right now, and I don't want to be too complicated, but that is the situation we're dealing with right now on this S&P and the Nasdaq. So if we go sideways here overnight, I'll be watching for that dynamic, possibly a slingshot off the low or a bull trap off the high. Only time will tell here what happens overnight. Now, let's go back over now and talk about what if we find our way going back higher? Can I short up the top up there? Can I buy a breakout pull back up there? Good question. Let's go grab now over on the Nasdaq. And again, over the Nasdaq right now, it's very easy to see right now that same thing in the NQ. There's my trading range. Ranges love to rotate up, down, rotating back and forth. And again, the money is made around the edges, right? So we get the edge top up here. If these buyers, if they don't get their act together right now, it'll want to roll all the way back down and take up the lows of that trading range. Combine that now with over on our tick charts right now. Again, very simple. That beautiful breakout pullback we mentioned last night. They run it up. But again, does that look like buyers are accepting it going higher? They're not, right? Combine that with that separation of that moving average. It looks like right now, this thing has one thing on its mind to go back and take out that 79. And again, what should keep the buyers awake tonight is that big range down there, right? Because if they can't hold that 79, where's it going? All the way back, because what do ranges do? They love to rotate. Again, I would think, though, be thinking about one big range right here. Be thinking about one big range right there. So all the same stuff we talked about earlier on the S&P, right? As we're going lower here, lower low, that grinding move down, we're separating off that moving average. I think bull traps are worthy on that move going lower, the breakout pullback off the underbelly of that trading range. And again, my vision for tomorrow would be we pop and we grind down, we pop up, the bears come in, they short that bull trap. Again, think about that channel off the high. They short that bear trap. I would love that trade as well. We go back to retest that low, that double bottom, right? Retest trade. We come back in, bears once, twice. Anyone who sells up here, take their profit right here. And again, this will either be a bear trap off of that low, or it'll continue to roll lower and take out the rest of those ranges, right? That big range down there as we go here. That's kind of the vision I have here right now. As I said earlier, I got that range potential right here, and that range could really unlock some bull traps above, some bear traps below, or that breakout pullback if things really begin to accelerate to the downside. Now let's talk about if we go higher here. Right, going higher here is a remember, we got big trade deals coming out right now. This is still very much a bullish market right now. So I have regretted calling for bull traps before. So I want to talk about now if we go higher here, right? If we do end up running higher. Now, first of all, as we go higher, look where we are up here. It's very important. Remember where we are right now, especially over on the NQ. We've got some really big levels of resistance up there overhead right now. We're right around those big highs right now. So one bull trap I'm watching for tomorrow will definitely be a crown reversal pattern off of that high here. And to do that, think about now what ranges do, right? What's a range do? Ranges love to rotate. So the amount below the range, the amount above the range, that will be a key area of resistance. As we go higher here, if we go higher, again, it seems like right now we're going back to those lows here right below us. But if we do, again, something happens overnight, if this turns into a bullish move going higher here, if we run back to retest the high with all of these areas of resistance, there are really three types of trades I'm looking for as we go higher. One of them is a crown reversal pattern. Crown reversals are very simple. As we go higher here, this is the last place you want to buy. You don't want to buy right there, right? Not a good spot to be buying. Again, we're right into a lot of overhead resistance on not just the Nasdaq, but also the S&P as well. Now remember, we're a bull market overall, so I can't force this trade going short. It needs to be a 1, a 2, and what makes this a crown reversal pattern is it's a lower low and move right above that high. Strong red candle, closing back with the moving average. Remember, these counter trend trades, this one's called a crown reversal pattern, it's basically a bull trap. This counter trend reversal pattern is always, for me at least, a half size trade, a quarter size trade. Whenever I'm going against that hourly time frame direction, even though we're at the highs, the big range of the hourly time frame, we're still an overall bull market. So for me personally, this will be a half size position, a quarter size position. If we nail these correctly, here's the good part about reversals. If we nail the reversal correctly, we won't need a big position because where's the market want to go? It wants to roll all the way back down to take out that low. And remember, as this thing drops, if it does drop off that high and we start seeing that separation off the moving average, a lot of examples of that in our free trading classes. If we start seeing separation, lower low in price, separate off that high, we add to our winners. The easiest way to make more money is to add to your already successful trade. So again, it's a crown reversal pattern, it's an add-on, it's basically a bull trap pattern and an add-on. A lot of examples of those inside the free trading class. And keep in mind too, remember this sequence, it could happen at the high, at that, 402. It could happen easily at the pendulum swing up overhead. It's just very difficult right now with this look right now, that separation. It's very difficult to want to buy this right now. This is a tough spot to want to buy right now because, again, there's no key level until we roll all the way down to that 79. I like the idea of buying that retest, right? Buying the retest, I like that idea quite a bit. Now, what if I'm wrong? What if something comes out here and this thing just punches and runs going higher? Well, now a breakout pullback is definitely on our cards, right? In our cards here. So ranges. If we see this thing, if this thing rotates, if it rotates off that low right now, and we start seeing what? We start seeing separation off that moving average, right? Separation is always the giveaway on this. If we see something overnight, it pops up and begins to grind and separate going higher. There are two types of breakout pullbacks I'm looking for. One, what we saw today was a two-legged pullback, right? So one of the classic breakout pullbacks is we found that prior high. We then look for one leg, two leg, just like today. Think about a measured move, A, B, C, D. Combine that measured move along those prior highs. That will give us our location now. And now we go in, trap those bears below 21 EMA, bears once, bears twice. We squeeze those stops. Remember, buy right into those stop losses. You'll learn that technique in the free video classes. And as always, add to your winner with that separation off the moving average, that higher high in price, that move right below that, right, that low. Targets come off at that retest, that high. That's a classic breakout pullback. Another variation of that breakout pullback would be we pop up, we start grinding, going higher. Again, that will be the giveaway for us. It'll rotate higher. It'll start grinding above that moving average. It'll separate off that moving average. Will always be the giveaway in a situation like this. We'll mark the trend line now. Off the high, we'll bring that trend line down off that low. See that? Now look left. Again, think about that prior high right there. Combine that prior high or something around that area with that new channel. Get underneath that 21 EMA. Bears once, bears twice. We're trapping them in. As you can see, I like to use traps for entries because traps, they run stops. And when stops get triggered, you get nice, big, easy, consistent, repeatable winning trades over and over again like we do in our trade room, right? So think about that breakout pullback style right there where it pops up. We find the new channel at the highs, mark off that low. These are really, really high percentage breakout pullback patterns. All right, guys, that's the plan now for tomorrow. I know I covered a lot of variations in this video, but every once in a while, we have to make sure we cover all the bases because I don't have a crystal ball for tomorrow. There's a lot going on right now, and we'll see here we get here tomorrow morning. Now, speaking of tomorrow morning, the place to be is in my trade room, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Guys, the easiest way to learn this stuff is do it with us every morning at the opening bell. I'm going to put all the important links you'll need to learn the strategy, time better entries. Again, take that free trading course, enjoy all those trade examples I share in the free video series, then come join us, come trade with us in the morning trade room, and we'll do it together. In the meantime, guys, be well out there, be nice to each other, will ya? And be here next time. Adios, amigos. Bye for now.